Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna build again some minifigure on parade modules. These are the latest two that I built on the channel, the one for the Queen and the one for the Octa minifigure with a little station over here. This is a concept that I found out thanks to a contest, a challenge organized by Rambling Brick on Instagram. I will link it down below in the description. And I have now a playlist of videos where I build all different kind of modules. These are the one that I built so far. I have a playlist that you can check out to see the tutorial on how to build them, a basic one and all the thematic one. In the last video I asked you if you wanted me to build one for the ghost, and the suggestion are to keep this one for when we're gonna be a little bit closer to Halloween. And the winner instead for this week is the wizard. As you can see, let me move this a little bit on the side so we have more space to build. I make a couple of modifications to this wizard. I found this torso and this skirt in the minifigure selection at the Lego store. I added a wand. I added this stuff in dark red with this stone on top. I add this minifigure red, and that I think I ordered somewhere on Bricklink. This cloth piece is actually from the Vision. I think it was nice to give a little bit splash of white, otherwise I didn't want to make this a little bit too dark. And I added some, let's say, shoes at the bottom, so it looks like it's in a walking position since there is no minifigure legs here that I can move. But now let's put it on the side and let's start to build our new module. As usual, we have our 8x16 modules. Today I started to go back to build with tile and plates. As you can see in the last two modules, I've been building with bricks sideways. Now I'm back to a more regular terrain. I wanted to create a sort of wet terrain, so I went with this color together with some transparent tiles to make some sort of patch of water on the path of the wizard. On the side, I went with some grass, but instead of using this regular green, I decided to go with dark green. So here is the little terrain that I built, very simple, with a few plates, tiles, and slopes. And same thing on the other side, where then we're gonna build a bigger structure, like in all my modules. You can see I already added a few different colors as details. We don't have to worry about these ones because they're all gonna be covered. Now let's start to add a little bit of details. I think we can start from the back side where we have this bigger structure. So here I wanted to create some sort of medieval tower, and this is what I came up with. I could have created something nice and round, but the space is pretty small. So I decided to use all these modified bricks with studs on the side, build up 3 walls, and then from there just basically adding different sort of plates and tiles to make a little bit of an interesting structure and still giving the impression of a rounded wall. Little wall here, little door over here. Of course it's not in scale with the wizard because otherwise it would have taken already 4 studs wide. It would be too much compared to the size of the build, but I think for now it looks okay. This is gonna connect here on the far side. As you know, in my modules, I like to build something tall on the far side. Now over here, I'm gonna add a little support at the back because then I need to build the top. And this is where it gets tricky. I wanted to create a sort of circular conic roof, and I was experimenting with some different techniques. It looks okay, but I'm actually not very happy with that. So what I did here for the bottom layer, I used one of these pieces that I don't know exactly how they're called. I connected one of these modified plates with a bracket at the bottom side, and then there I connect all the tiles. So this is the structure that you can see at the bottom. I have 5 of these to create the first layer, and I'm fairly happy with that, even if it doesn't align perfectly over on the top of the build. Second layer, I use another modified brick and modified plates to create this angle. I connect two of these and then close it down, and that's, I think, okay. So here we already have the first two layers of the tower, and I think it works out pretty okay. This one is gonna just connect there on the support that we just added. It's not very secure, but good enough. Now, to go on top of that is when it got a little bit more difficult. So here is the structure I have. Again, here I use some modified plates to clip into that, modified brick in the center. These two tiles are not going to be fully connected in order to give the right angle to this. So this is going to be on top of that, and it's going to have three sides over here, and it's going to clip at the back with this. Later I will show you how. On top of that, I added a simple structure, four-sided, that I tilt on a little different angle, and on top we're going to do some sort of chimney with some smoke coming off the side. So in order to connect these, I need to clip this back side over here and then push it over on the other side. These are gonna go up, so it's kind of close, and from the right perspective, of course we are not gonna see the back side. I think it looks pretty okay if we are looking from this angle, but I'm not super happy about the result. I'm honestly pretty bad at building roofs, especially if I'm looking for some a little bit more crazy shapes like this one, but I think it fits well for this wizard theme. Now we can start to add the wizard first, so we can already have an idea of the scene. So we have the wizard walking down this path, looking over to us, and this tower in the background. But now let's add a little bit of lower details, like in the other modules over here. So another simple build over here, a little cauldron. I put some fire, a little bone is just gonna connect there. So this looks actually at the bottom like some branches under this cauldron. I have to thank MB Bricks for the suggestions. You can check out her channel, she built up pretty good stuff. Over here we have one of these sort of crystals, and then I build a little table with potions, different color of liquid for some sort of creation and magical potion that the wizard can create. Interesting, here I'm using one of these parts. This is some fit from some of the Super Mario characters. By the way, if you like Super Mario, I recommend you to go and check out my Tiny Mighty Bowser that I just built on the channel just a few days ago. Let me find the right angle to connect this one over here. Okay, last addition, I decided to add a little spider that is gonna complete a little bit the scene here at the front, and the wizard is actually pointing at him with this one. With this one, I decided to do like for the pirate build, to create some simple terrain to add on the side. So if you want, this is a module that can be displayed on its own without the need to connect it with the other module. So as you can see, this is already looking pretty good. Let's see if I can give you a better view like this. I think it's already a pretty nice module, but of course we want to put it together with the rest. Here we can have a look on how we connect this to the other modules. We have two connectors over there. This is just gonna snap in over there like this, and then we can add a little bit of the side. Now I'm gonna give you a little look, an overview on all my modules. I'm pretty happy also that looking from the side, I have different levels, and it goes from the left, the taller building, going down to the shorter ones. So I think that was also a pretty good effect. Let me know, guys, what you think about these mobs, this minifigure on parade, and if you have more suggestions coming for more builds, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao, ciao!